Tie just squirted water all over these guys behind him. Let him in! Let him into the box! Whoa! All right! Watch the lawsuit, Tie. Watch the lawsuit. It's hard to breathe with your heart in your mouth.
Is this the Tiger?
I don't believe what I just saw!
Touch a ball, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
I will never forget watching that game on TV and thinking, what just happened?
I thought it was like a WWF wrestling match or something like that.
You never anticipate a fan breaking into the penalty box and getting filled.
Tie Domi was as tough as they come. He'd fight anybody, anywhere, any place, anytime. And on this night, it was in the penalty box.
So one night in Philadelphia, Domi and Luke Richardson are just about to square off with the linesmen. Oh, they get in there in a hurry. So what happens when the linesmen get in a hurry? Things tend to boil over. So Domi and Luke Richardson, they're yapping as they go in the box.
When Tie Domi went to the penalty box, you could tell he was really agitated. And the Philadelphia fans did what they do best. They started to agitate, they started to get after him, they started to verbally abuse him.
I'm kind of watching it and getting a kick out of it. Ty squirts a guy with water. The guy's being a little bit overzealous, and I thought for a second, oh, this is a big guy. And when he's leaning over.
You know when you go to the zoo and there's always that one guy that's banging on the glass of usually the most dangerous animal in the zoo. And maybe you say to yourself, I wonder what would happen if that glass broke. That's what I thought of when I saw Chris Falcone fall into the penalty box with Tie Domi.
Let him into the box! Whoa! All right! Watch the lawsuit, Tie. Watch the lawsuit.
Oh boy, the glass gave way, and that rather rotund Philadelphian went surprisingly to himself, I'm sure, into the penalty box.
When I saw that Philadelphia fan bust through the glass and fall on Tie Domi's lap, all I could think of at that moment in time was, boy, I'll bet you he didn't think that was going to happen.
I was a kid when this happened. I wasn't thinking anything too deep. I was just like, oh, this is amazing!
It's still one of the craziest things I think I have ever seen happen in a hockey game.
You went to the hockey game, and then what happened?
Oh, hey, how are you enjoying the game, big fella? You thought that glass was protecting you, you bonehead.
I am not the least bit surprised that Ty started going after the guy. I mean, he basically fell on top of him.
When something happens that fast and there's all of a sudden somebody in your face, I mean, you just react, and that was the reaction for Ty.
That had to be like the hockey equivalent of flipping someone off in traffic and then pulling up next to them at a red light, except it's not someone on the road, it's Tie Domi, and he's punching you in the face.
He's going to have to go into a little more of a training session before he gets into that. Oh, brother.
I give a lot of credit to Domi. I think he contained himself. Kevin Collins, the linesman, who was always quick to enter a fray, this time that was a good thing. He pretty much saved that fan, well, a lot of damage.
It was just one or two shots, and that was it. It could have definitely been a lot worse.
I bet Chris was probably thinking, well, I'm here, I better do something. It's my barn, my fans are here, I'm a dyed-in-the-wool flyer guy. I can't just turtle in front of all of my buddies. Plus, I'm in a fight for my life.
He was probably thinking, I'm in deep trouble. He was probably thinking, I wish I had an engineering degree so I would understand that the 2.5 feet of plexiglass would not support a man of my girth.
Here he comes! It's hard to breathe with your heart in your mouth.
Tie Domi was fined $1,000. Not really a big deal. Did he deserve the fine? Sure. He squirted water on the dude.
Domi played in the NHL for how many years and he got fined $1,000? That's like going to brunch.
They're going to need a forklift to get him back in the seats.
I'd give him the fork, all right. Never mind the lift.
They've given him 10 in a game. I guess he has to stay there. Well, it's not like the Leafs and Flyers not to have been into a situation that prompted fans to get involved over the years, is it?
If you had asked me, is there one place that this could happen, that a fan could fall into a penalty box against a Leaf player, someone especially like Tie Domi, my first three guesses would be Philadelphia, Philadelphia, Philadelphia.
It is somehow appropriate that this incident happened in Philadelphia, a place whose sports fans are known for their passion, I guess we could say. I mean, let's not forget, this is the place that once booed Santa Claus.
Here goes Rocky Balboa out to a standing ovation.
At the time of this incident, I was hosting a Toronto Maple Leafs radio program in Toronto, and so sure enough, we had Chris on the program a couple of different times, but I got to know him pretty well. During the playoffs that year, got to spend a couple of days in Philadelphia during a playoff game. You could not meet a nicer guy, just a huge Philadelphia Flyers fan who became a very popular Philadelphia Flyers fan. And to let you know how much legendary status he achieved after going at it with Tie Domi in the penalty box, the couple of days that we were there touring around with Falcone, I don't think we saw Bill once.
That might have been the last bastion of that great Flyer-Leaf rivalry that had been so physical. That the game's changed quite a bit. I hate to say it, but I kind of miss things like that. Even though they're not appropriate nowadays, I kind of miss maybe Brad Marchand is like that nowadays. Someone being intimidating and getting on the fans and getting that kind of reaction. So I'm glad nobody was hurt. It's kind of fun when you look back at it.